Hello again everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. I thought I'd try something new and I thought I'd try reviewing my original Marvel UK original series G1 comics. It ran for 320 issues from 1984 till 1991. And seeing as I have all 320 issues, or wherever it was, 332 issues I think, I thought I'd review them for something different. So here we go, we're starting with issue number 1, dated the 20th September to the 3rd of October 1984 and was priced at 25 pence. As you can see, this is a different cover to the Marvel US comic. I'm not going to delve too much into the stories per se, though I may do on certain ones, especially ones that really captured my imagination back when I was a kid. Especially, I probably won't delve too much into especially the US originated stories, mainly because nearly everyone knows them stories, and so I'll probably just focus more on the UK stories, mainly because obviously most of the Americans probably wouldn't have seen most of them, well some of them, unless you pick up like the graphic novel reprints that you can get these days. Let's see, how am I doing for time? Sorry about this everybody. There we go, that's alright, let me just refocus that. There we go. Right, so this is issue number 1, we're just going to have a quick look inside. As you can see, it's a bit different from most American comics. Let me just put that there we go. Let's have a look, see, we've got little articles and stuff, and you've got competitions, and we've got a letter from the editor. What else we got here? We got sort of like robot roundup, all stuff to do with robots, and then we move into the actual comic itself. Issue number 1 was actually full colour, though of course subsequent issues would be a mixture of colour and black and white. Look at this, we've got a nice competition to win a G1 Jazz toy there. I've got to say I never entered this because I actually started collecting this comic at issue number 27, so, and these I managed to get through various places. I got this one off eBay actually for a tenner. Look at this, see, we got a nice little poster inside and that, which you can put on your wall, and there's a nice advert for Conan the Barbarian. Don't ask me why he's in there. And of course, as was the mainstay for British comics at the time, you'd have a backup strip, which in this was Machine Man. So there we go. And that was it, and that was the end of issue number 1. This was a fortnightly comic. Let me move on to number 2. We're going to see how many of these I can get through in about the 10-minute time limit. But I tried this yesterday, and I only got to about issue number 8 in the 10 minutes, and then my camera decided to play up on me, so I couldn't even save it. So there we go, but we'll see. Right, so, issue number 2. Like I say, this came out 2 weeks later, and we got free action transfers, which I believe we got with issue number 1 as well. And then, of course, this is where the black and white started and everything. There we go. So there we go, see, all black and white, which is really annoying. Some kids tried colouring this in. There we go, so we just move on. And this is one of the pages where we could see all the Autobots on sale. We can see Thundercracker, Sideswipe and Bumblebee and Rumble, which is really cool. And there we go, so, and someone's cut a page out of this one, which I've never noticed before, but still, never mind. Anyway, there we go, so we've got next issue and everything like that. And there was a thing for you can buy yourself a nice Spider-Man watch. Alright, so that was issue number 1, and well, sorry, number 2 even. Right, we'll move on to issue number 3, which this time has a cover of a strange looking Bumblebee. So there we go, and there's Sparkplug and Buster, I believe his name was in the comics. There we go, it's still 25p. Now then, this is where the fact file started. This was Hound, and it would go for his function, motto, character, equipment and vulnerability. Yeah, so there we go, see, and then like I say, just went through lots of other stuff out with the comic and that, some pages in colour. Of course, the first 8 Marvel UK issues were just reprints of the first 4 US comics, and here's all the annuals you could get that year. Let's see, do I have any of these? Yes, I have the Fraggle Rock, I believe, and probably the Knight Rider, and definitely Roland Rat Superstar. And there we go. Yeah, so these were just reprints, that's why I'm not taking too much focusing on the storylines at all, really. And there we go. We'll move on to issue number 4. This, I'm pretty sure this is an American cover, reused here. And there's a nice picture of Prime and Megatron. I like that cover. There we go, so we just move on. Let's have a look who's in the inside. Anybody in particular? Oh, look at that, it's Gears. Here he is. We've got a nice Summers drop. Sent in a picture of Ravage there. That's very nice, wasn't it? And then we had the A-Team as well, for some reason. There's Blue Streak. And then we just move on. There we go, see. Machine Man. Nothing else much there. Oh, there's the annuals again. Right, we put that over there. Move on to issue number 5. Here we go. I might have to try the lighting. It's a little bit dark on one side, but this is just my first video. We'll soon work out all the kinks. Right, now then, issue 5. The only thing about issue 5 is we started a new sort of comic strip. Was called Matt and the Cat, and would be a mainstay for quite a while. Though, to be honest, I could never get into it myself, so, you know, I never wasn't a big fan of it. Let's have a look. We've got Fact File and Megatron. And then we go through, and we've got the stories and everything. And then we've got him. Don't ask me who he is. Oh, I know who he is, but I can't think of his name. Saturday Superstore, I know that. Who knows? I don't care. I was only little back then. I was only about 9 or 10, I think. Probably about 9. There we go. See, we've got the robot roundup with all the latest robots stuff. There we go. See, and there's another advert for all the toys, which is this time we've got Mirage, Blue Streak, Jazz, Hound, Ratchet, and Sideswipe. And there's a nice picture of Jazz there. So we move on, and that's it. And we got a competition for 4 in a line, which is just looks like a rip-off of Connect 4 to me, but there we go. So there we go. Right, we're wrapping this one up, and we're moving on to issue number 6. Here we go. There he is, and there we are. Spider-Man's on the front cover, guest starring in this issue. Don't ask me, because it's usually omitted out that he ever starred in this comic, but there he is. There's proof that Spider-Man was in the Transformers universe. Still, there we go. And we got a fact file on Optimus Prime this time. I'll see if I can find Matt and the Cat. I didn't actually find it in that other issue for you. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know what page it's on, but we'll have a look for it. It's not on that one. I should have really just looked in the contents, really, shouldn't I? That would probably been the easiest thing to do. I haven't seen it so far, but there's a nice little poster there. More Transformers, another advert for the Transformers there. Nice crossword for all the little kiddies to do. I wonder if it's on the last page. Oh, there we are. There's Matt and the Cat. Let's get out the light a little bit so we can all see it. I doubt if we'll be able to zoom in on it too well. Let me just move it. There we are. That's Matt and the Cat. Just a nice simple thing. Something about this guy and his cat disappears into a funny world and some aliens grab it or something. I'm sure someone out there knows the storyline better than me. Right, so we're going to move on this time with issue number 7. I'm probably going to get up to number 8 or number 10 on this video, to be honest with you. But it doesn't matter. Plenty of time to get through all these issues. So here we go. This is number 7. So, and there's the cover. Pretty sure that was a reused cover from the US comic. And as I say, and as time goes on, the comic does get a lot better. As in better organised, better displayed and everything. So there we go. That's just issue number 7. Then we move on to issue number 8, which was the wrap-up of the storyline from the first 4 issues of the US comic. There we go, there's a nice new cover there, a bit strange looking, but, you know, that's the way it goes. And it ended, of course, with Shockwave making his appearance and totally just demolishing all the Autobots. Now then, here was the thing. Here we go, nice little calendar there. Yes, here was the thing. Oh, wait a minute, I've knocked over my little makeshift table. For these next issues, we had the first original UK comic strip, which was called The Man of Iron. And it had a little problem, as in the time space that this was supposed to fall into was actually set before the end of issue number 8. So these few stories were supposed to take place because it had to always fit in with the American continuity, because it had to reprint the comic, because obviously that's where it got all its stuff from. So these comics had to start and end in exactly the same place from where it started, basically, if that makes any sense. But here we go. This story was now all in black and white. There we go, with some colour pages. How am I doing for time? Sorry about this, ladies and gents. Right, I'm going to have to start wrapping it, this one. I'm just going to finish off with this comic. Here we are. Oh, there we go. Let's get that back into focus. And there we have it. Right, so that was that. That was The Man of Iron. And it was, of course, all these stories were collected as special collected comics. This was collected comics number 3. The first 2 collected comics just reprinted the American ones. and this was the Man of Iron, this time all in full colour. Absolutely brilliant. I remember I got this when I was a little kid and I loved this comic. So there we go. In the next video I'll probably go into the storyline a little bit more of Man of Iron because I don't have the time on this one. So I hope you all like this. Please leave some comments if you'd like to see more. And yes, I'll see you all next time.